Hi Kinsley, how's things? I hope you are well. I hope you've had a good evening last night. I hope you've had a good morning so far as well. Thank you very much for getting in contact with us yesterday. As discussed, the whole point of this video is just to really give you a little bit of education, just to give you some understanding about us, and also to kind of just go over our pricing and our packages that we offer people and that we offer clients in a range of different industries. Also, just want to show you the keywords and stuff like that as well. So I'm going to show you the keywords that we want to chase for you. I'm also just going to show you the volumes of search results that those keywords generate, etc., etc. So we'll go from here. So first of all, the first thing we do is we just go through this document that we've created, just so you can get a little bit of understanding about who we are, and, how we've come about. The second part of this is going to be a bit of education. So, as you probably know, because you're quite familiar with the SEO world, but this is for your dad perhaps, content within SEO is incredibly important. It not only helps your website to rank for more words, it shows Google that you are the authority in the industry, it provides value to your customers, and as I said, it's an extremely important factor within SEO, and it really does make the difference between a high-level SEO company and a very low-level one. And the second thing I'm going to talk about is social media. Obviously, it has a huge part to play in the SEO world as well. Regularly posting relevant content to various social media channels not only shows Google that you are active online, but it's an opportunity for potential customers to find your product or service. For example, we've got a client within the graphic design industry. He's been a client of ours for a few months now, and within 2.5 weeks, he's getting his first leads coming through, and two of them actually, funnily enough, are from Instagram, which we optimize very, very well. So it really can just be from anywhere. So it's good to cover all angles. Backlinking, incredibly important. You've probably heard a lot about this. Quite simply, if website A is a powerful website and it links to website B, in the eyes of the search engines, this is what's considered a vote. And obviously, the more high quality, relevant votes your website has, the better you're going to do online. And citations, which I'm sure you've heard of as well if you've ever chased the map listings. When we approach ranking your business on Google Maps, one factor that comes into play is local and relevant directory websites such as Yelp, Thompson, Local, Scooped. There's a bloody huge bunch of them. Also, having your name and address and phone number on the bottom of your website really allows Google to recognize you as a local business in that area. And then with a combination of all those directory submissions, which place your information across the web, this really does help with your Google rankings in Google Maps. There's also another few things that will really help, such as Google Plus posting, using relevant hashtags that are keyword specific as well. It really does help. Our packages, as I discussed with you, really, you're just looking at this one here that I personally feel would be better. But what we're able to do, what we're going to do, is we're actually going to chase a few different of the smaller locations as discussed, which are a little bit closer to your dad. So you're not just going to go for Cardiff. So because things like Pontypridd, etc., they'll be much, much easier for us to chase, and the results will be quicker as well in terms of seeing movement. So, we're happy to do up to three different locations in the South Wales area kind of thing. From a keyword standpoint, as I said, I'll just find the best ones for you, and we'll go through that now, and we can go from there. Obviously, we've got these different packages as well. So if yourself or if you know anybody that is interested in SEO, and that's really looking to dominate at various locations, or perhaps on a national scale, please get in contact with us. It's no problem. I'm just going to go through this as well. This is obviously our web design packaging. Now, as I said, they start from £1,500. And what I'm happy to do, because I really do understand your current situation with the family, and I completely sympathise. I'm happy to do the website bill for £1,200, but that would only be like a 48-hour offer, because usually that's just not how we work. So I'm happy to do that because, as I said, I understand the situation. So I'd rather help you out as much as possible. There we go. And as I said yesterday, we've proved ourselves hugely. We've got proven methods. What we do works, and what we do really does help transform a business. And as you can see, we took on this client in July. Sorry, not July. We built the website in April. And it's just gone bang ever since. Same as this client down here. We took them. I actually started that client just at the end of June, July, just at the end of July about here, and started them in October, and their SEO just went pop, to be honest with you. So yeah, we've had some really positive campaigns. These are only just a finite amount of what we've achieved. And now I'm just going to go through your website. I'm going to go through the keywords, etc., etc. So as I said yesterday, it's actually quite a nice website. I do quite like it. There's a few changes which I'd recommend. From a content standpoint, obviously I would recommend way more content. That's something that we would implement. Usually we work to anywhere between 500 to 1,000 words on the homepage. And as I said, that really shows you as the authority in the industry. Because for instance, for an example, if you were to go onto Google and you type in orange, the first thing that probably is going to come up is Wikipedia. And that's not because they've got the best website in the world. That's because of how much content they provide users. So the other thing I'd recommend is adding your name, address and phone number on the bottom here. That will give you a much higher chance of ranking in Google Maps, and it just shows Google that you are a local business within that industry. But apart from that, I do really quite like the website. It's simple, it's minimal, it's all you need really. But as I said, because it's not mobile optimized and not mobile friendly, we can't do anything with it from an SEO standpoint until we get to that point. So we'd have to complete a redesign first using, the same images that you've got here and stuff like that. We'd probably use the same content, and we'd also go for, various. We'd also get a lot of content implemented on the site as well. So the keywords and stuff like that we're going to go through. I'll just go through these ones first, and then I'm going to go through the much bigger. This is just a system that we use which allows us to check up on keywords, so we're not stabbing in the dark. So as you can see, because I know because you guys had roof repairs all over your website here, I thought I'd do a little bit of research into those keywords as well. Roof repairs Cardiff is searched on average around 480 times a month. Now, I know you explained that the size of these jobs isn't that big. However, there is an opportunity here, because if you're getting leads coming through that you're unable to deal with, your dad does have the opportunity of subbing it out. Not only that, he has the opportunity of just passing it to his team to go and deal with. Now, obviously in the roof repairs game, it'll be in volume, so you may get tidbits here and there, of course, but the volume is going to be much greater as well. So it's just something to think about. Cardiff Roofing Supplies, obviously it doesn't really cater to you. Cardiff Roofing Companies Cardiff, Roofing Supplies Cardiff won't obviously, too much. But this one here I'd recommend. This one here I'd recommend just to be seen there. And of course, if you guys are doing roof repairs, then I don't see why you wouldn't want to be there, just because of the volume. So the second one here, I will go through these ones. The top three for the phrase match roofers Cardiff. Let's have a quick look. So search on average 170 times a month. This KD here is your keyword difficulty, so how difficult it is to really get on these keywords. So it's not going to be stupidly difficult. This is out of 100. We're used to industries that are anywhere between 55 and 85 really. So this would be okay. It's still going to be the same amount of time really. It just means that you just don't have to do as much backlinking, etc., etc. But it still does take time, of course. So that's just the phrase match there. So after we've just come to 6 keywords now, and you're looking at over, including roof repairs, over 700 to 800 searches just there. Without roof repairs, you're looking at about 300 so far. No idea why it's asking me to translate there. And we'll just take a little look at these related keywords as well, because these other ones may interest yourselves. So, discuss that one. We'll discuss that one. This one is something interesting. We should chat about that. Roofing Companies Cardiff, of course, we should go for that one. Cardiff Roofing, we should go for that one. Now, Roofers Newport, if that's a place that you're able to do, I'm able to do it. No problem. All it is, because your domain's so good, be a case of creating a location page, e.g. Ian Denning -roofing /Newport Roofers, and we would obviously pump a load of content, links, etc., and you get up there as well. That's just another opportunity there. Let's have a little look. There isn't too many keywords in the roofing industry in Cardiff, to be fair with you. Yeah, to be honest with you, it's really going to be those main ones which I feel you guys are going to actually mainly benefit from. Is Cardiff Roofers, Roof of Cardiff, Roof Repairs Cardiff, Roofing Companies Cardiff, Cardiff Roofing, and Cardiff Roofing Companies. We'll come up with a full report in the proposal that we send you if you're happy for us to send it. and we'll also place some of these different locations in. What I'd need you to do is just send me an email back just to kind of just outlay what locations you'd be interested in, e.g. Cardiff, Ponty, Newport, etc., etc. If you want to outline those for me, and I'll be able to create a keyword report in the proposal that I send you that fits. And as I said though, I don't really want to bore you too much, to be honest. You understand SEO anyway. You understand exactly what we're going to be doing. Now it's a case of really, I'll send you this proposal once you've taken a little watch of the video, and then we can go from there, of course. But as I said, our campaigns, they take anywhere between 2 to 6 months. Personally, for yourself, after looking at these packages, let me just go back up to these. So we go for a £1,200 up front, okay? The first monthly payment, it would be 30 days after. So it's a £1,200 up front for a redesign of the website. Then for your package, personally, I wouldn't go anywhere over £400 a month. I personally feel £400 a month is what it's going to take to do it in obviously a range of locations. However, as I discussed with you, we've got a range of different construction websites and we're very heavily involved within the trade industry. We've also got a brand called procardiffroofers.co.uk. If you wanted to check that out, they're sitting on about page 3 at the moment. What I'm happy to do is, for that £400 a month, if we do get any other roofing leads that we're unable to deal with, I'm more than happy to pass them over to your dad or yourself. I don't mind doing that absolutely at all. Obviously, until we get to a point where leads are rolling through hot and fast for yourselves. So that's just something in which I'm happy to do. Do you know what I mean? I'm more than happy just to pass you some leads if we obviously get any roofing leads, because I understand that obviously SEO is a patience game. The other thing is with that £400 a month, that would just cover the SEO management itself. So that is going to cover your content strategy, your off-page strategy, which will be reported to you every single month. However, if you want to run any Google AdWords, if you want to run any Facebook advertising, then that needs to come on top for a budget. Alright, so I'll leave you with that now. Anything else that you want to chat to me about, please just give me a contact. As I said, go grab us on Facebook, grab us on LinkedIn, please like us on Facebook, etc., etc. And enjoy the video. I hope you do get some education from it, and I look forward to speaking to you soon and we can come to a decision. Thanks very much, Kinsley. Take care.